everyone, welcome to my channel, Budget for Success. Woo! My name is Onyx and I'm here to talk to you about some budgeting tips and tricks that I've used over the years to prepare myself for retirement and financial freedom. So if you find this topic interesting, I want you to sit back, grab some popcorn and a drink, and let's get started. Now, this is a 5-part series. So you must know that if you did not see the first video, please stop, go back and watch the first video. These are all videos that all complement one another. And so you want to go back to the very beginning and watch it and make sure you don't miss anything. So I also want to share with you that at the end of this series, I'm going to have some spreadsheets and tools that I will be sending you so that you can use and get ready to work your stuff to financial freedom. So you want to stay and watch the whole series so that you understand each segment, each part. All right. Leave me a comment. Let me know you were here. Let me know what you learned from it, because I'm going to use that to determine that you were here for each segment and that you will have graduated this course. And I will be sending you a spreadsheet. And I also will give you 30 minutes of free coaching if you complete all of the steps. How about that? So let's get started. I want to share with you today how I took a look at my big picture and how that really set the stage for me to really get ready and get prepared for retirement. So here we go. We're talking about big picture stuff here. So what did I do to take a look at my finances from a 30-foot view? All right, hold on. There we go. Well, I had to look at my current financial situation, whether it was where I wanted it to be or not. I had to take an honest look at it. I had to see, what does my snapshot look like? So what did I have to do that? Well, I looked at the value of all my assets. I did crazy things like look up my vehicles on Kelley Blue Book, see how much the value of it was. I looked at the value of our properties. I looked up the value of, some of the things that we owned to come up with how much assets we have, as well as I did a comprehensive view of all of our bank accounts and all of our investments and all of our retirements, etc. But just as you have to look at assets, you also have to look at liabilities. So I also took a look at what did we owe, who did we owe, and how much did we owe. When you do that, you come up with what's called a net worth. Now that net worth gives you some sense of, where you stand, but it just tells you where you stand. It doesn't really tell you, how did you get there? So I had to also look at our spending patterns, mostly my spending patterns, I'll be honest with you. And I had to look at my monthly expenses, what things were going out the door, how much was I paying for things, how much was I, investing or putting into things that didn't serve me well. Like I had to really take an honest look at that. And well, it's just as important it is to look at expenditures, to figure out where you can make cuts and look at your spending patterns and figure out what you can shift. You also want to look at income, whether that income is a paycheck that you get, which I don't want you to think linear, like that's the only way you can get money coming in is through a paycheck, because you can also get money in from multiple different sources. And so we're going to talk about that, whether you're getting investment income, which was really nice because that's passive income, whether you're getting side hustle income. Hopefully, if it's a side hustle income, it's something you really love doing, whether it's a business income. So you started your passion, you had a passion for something and you started a business, or unexpected income in cash. You would be surprised if you saved every dollar you got in a refund, or somebody, said, hey, you overpaid, here's a check, or you got a tax refund. If you saved 100% of that money, you would be surprised how much extra income you would have in a year. And so the big picture really helps you take a look at your finances from a different perspective. So the step that I took was to look at our net worth first. That was my big picture. Whenever I go in a city, I always look at a city's balance sheet. So when I looked at my balance sheet, which is basically assets are things that you own, like your home, your car, your vehicles. So when I did this calculation where I took my assets less my liabilities, that's here down in 2017, you'll see I had a net worth of only 15%. And that was not That was not favorable at the time because it just meant we were highly leveraged. And so I wanted to create a different picture, a different view. And so now, fast forward to 2024, we have 43% net worth. Is this our final goal? Absolutely not. We are still working on mostly increasing assets, but mostly also working on those liabilities. The biggest chunk is our homes, right? We have more than one property. And so some of those liabilities are paid through rental income, investment income, et cetera. So that's nice. But we always want to work to grow to improve that picture. Okay, so what I want to share with you today is a tool that I have that will help you to be able to look at your net worth. What is your net worth? So this is a dashboard, and this, once you fill out the 2 tabs, will be completed and it'll actually tell you what your net worth is. So first we go over into the assets tab and we start filling in what assets we have. Do you have any cash on hand? So you would put that amount there. So you say, yeah. Now I'm a cash stuffer. I believe in cash stuffing, so I may have 2,500 on hand. Oh no, I'm sorry. That would be here in my cash envelopes. And then cash on hand, say I keep about $200 for, and costs like gas, any purchases I need to make during the week. And then you may keep some money in your checking account. So let's put about 3,000 there, okay? And then let's go over to stocks and investments. So say that you keep some stocks and investments around. So we'll have 1,500 in stocks, and we have other investments of $5,000. Your home has a value of 200,000. Your automobiles have a value of, you've looked it up on the Blue Book and you're like, oh, guess what? 15,000. Say you feel like you have home furnishings of 20,000. And then you come over and you've looked up all of your Roth retirement accounts and your Roth account. The 401k is likely something that your company may offer or you started on your own. But then a Roth is something that I encourage everyone to do. That's where you put money into a retirement account, but you pay the tax up front. So then when you pull the money out, you don't have to pay tax on it. So you can take advantage of this asset as well as a 401k. So now we look in there and see our total assets are 547,000. Wow, you've got to feel good about that, right? That's like, I'm a half a millionaire. Sometimes just putting the numbers down on paper just makes you feel good. Some of you, if you put your value of your home down, you may find you're worth $1 million. You go, hey, I'm a millionaire. All because you wrote it down and you hadn't really looked at it from that perspective in the past, but now you do. All right. And then you come over here and you put down what you owe in credit cards. So say you do have some credit cards. So you got about 25,000. And then you also have maybe a loan that you took out. So that's 15,000. And then your home mortgage, you have some equity in it, right? So it's worth 200,000, but you only owe 150. Now let's say you've been paying on it for a while. So 135. And then you own, the vehicles, but you still owe 12,000 on it, right? And then you might have an appliance loan, okay? So here's your liabilities. So you have total liabilities of 190,000. So when we go back to the dashboard, we go, wow, look at there. So I have assets of 547. I have liabilities of 190. So my total net worth is 357,000. That's how much net profits you could say you have. And so it's at 65%. This is awesome. This is amazing. Now you may do it and you may find you're at 17% or less. That's what we found. That's okay. The point of it is to do the exercise just to see where you are and take an honest view at it, and then figure out how can I work on it to get that number up. And you get really focused on driving these assets up, and you come up with a plan to get the liabilities down. All right. So that's all I have to share for episode 2 or series 2. So you got to come back because we're going to get into the nitty gritty of some steps to take to make that number better than what it is. And if it comes out that it's 60%, you want to get it higher, keep coming back because I'm going to show you tips and tricks of how to improve that number. Nobody's here to beat each other up over that number. That number is just for you. So you can take an honest look at where you're at and your financial position. So you got to hang in there because I'm going to share all these tools with you if you stay to the end. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, but bye for now. See you in the next video.